Hello, beloved ones. Khamutimne here. As always, I'm grateful to be here with you. And I just wanted to jump in and talk about words and feelings. Feelings, how you feel. Actually, it's funny because when you ask someone, how do you feel? We have just programmed ourselves to say, I'm fine, because we think that's what is expected of us. That's what we should say. No matter how miserable you feel, you just say, I'm fine. And that's it. You're done. And there is this positivity as well, which is still part of words. And words are powerful. I don't dismiss that. They're very, very powerful, especially if you use I am. I am, whatever that comes after that I am. It's an affirmation. It's what you are claiming. It's not just affirmation. It's what you are claiming as an I am presence. Words are creators. You are here because of a word that was said and that brought you into form. And I don't dismiss that. But at times we stay stuck in our heads and we don't come here into our heart. And this is when I say as much as books can be helpful, you can read, you can hear about even what something means for someone, but what it means for you personally, it might be something different based on the experience that you went through. This is why one of the things that I really talk about a lot is for you to come into your heart. What does the inner being wants to say to you? Whatever pain that they might have experienced, whatever trauma that you might have gone through, your inner being, that little child, might want to say it in a different way than how someone describes it. Words are powerful, but words, when you bring feelings into them, when you feel, it's like that's I don't even know the right word to use to say how powerful. It's kind of like an understatement. This is why we talk about visualization, and you can hold into the visualization and be somewhere in your head. And the easier way for you to manifest is when you can really feel into that which you are calling forth. This is why I talk about making love, because if you know what I'm talking about, when you make love, when you merge with everything that is, that's when you create it. You can talk about, for instance, love, like I say, joy, but what do they mean to you? If you don't have any emotion that is attached to that, or probably that you can have an emotion, because feelings and emotions are also two different things. An emotion can be something that is based on something that happened. It's just like a certain emotion is triggered because of whatever that you went through. Probably someone told you that they love you and they betrayed you, and for you, love is just like, ew. It has that icky feeling because you don't believe that people really mean it when they say it because of your experience. Like I said, I had a client, it was a beautiful thing to work with, who had really some messy relationship with her siblings. It was flipping messy, and even spending time with her siblings, it was really something that was difficult because she felt like they live in two different ways. I don't like how they speak and all that. And the moment we sat together and went deep, I realized that there is more. There is more than just the words. Hello, beautiful. I believe it's Linda. I'm grateful that you're here. So when we went deeper, we realized that there is more. It has something to do with whatever that was happening when she was a child. It has to do something with the beliefs that she had, because she was a Christian and she had some beliefs about the holiness and what holy means and how unholy some other words are. StreamYard is still playing games with you. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, so there was this holiness and unholy, and with her perception, already when someone starts speaking, especially when they use the F word, it's just like, oh no, I don't want to listen to that. It's not in alignment with who I am, the holiness and whatever that you call it. And that was not giving her a chance to learn to know the soul that was in front of her, to let to know someone who she agreed at a soul level that we're going to come and be together as siblings because there's something that you are here to teach me. This is why I'm asking, where in your life do you find yourself in relationships that are tainted or somehow dysfunctional? Probably it's you who has to start looking through and see the soul. Oh, yes, I can now. Yay. That's awesome. I'm excited because it has been a nightmare. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah, so you are denying yourself an opportunity to see a soul because you have this perception and imagination of how it has to be or how someone has to be to speak or how they have to appear. Talking about even the whole thing into the materialistic stuff, how someone has to appear, that they clean and all that. At times you meet someone who's showing up in your life to share something beautiful with you, but because we have an illusion of what a gentleman is, what a lady is, you look at someone and you judge them just based on how they look, or you look at someone and just because they're dressed, however, then you feel like, oh, then that's someone that I want to have a conversation with. You dismiss someone, you dismiss the wisdom, you dismiss something that was really huge for you. So as much as words are important, words are powerful, and yes, we are creating through words. I would like you, one thing that I just stepped up here to share with you is to say, to advise you to feel into the words. It can be a positive words, but it doesn't say anything to you, or it makes you pissed off. Why? Or you hear something being said and something in you gets triggered. Why is that? That's a beautiful opportunity for you to heal that which is coming through. I've had an interesting mother-daughter relationship with my mom. I've mentioned it before. I felt unappreciated. I felt unloved. It was a dance that was going on for a long time until she passed. We had some conversation before she passed, which was beautiful. And it was interesting. Sometimes I posted something on Facebook and the word that was coming through a lot, I was doing my work for a long time. The word that was coming through was like, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. I responded to 2-3 people and then I stopped. A part of me was like, no, like my inner child was screaming, no. And I stopped. I couldn't respond. I took a few days off to all those beautiful comments. And I was just doing my own journaling and I was writing, I am proud of you. How? What? That's when my cells fully opened and I could breathe in that word, I'm proud of you. I cried because for a long time, for many years, my inner child was longing to hear that from my mother. It's what I wanted to hear all along. That's what I wanted. I'm proud of you. And yes, it's bringing some emotions because when that happened, despite how many times I've said the words, despite how many times I've heard the word, that was the time when that word, that when my inner child was ready to breathe it in, to take it in. When my inner child felt like, oh, now it's meaningful, it's rich, there's something that she can really relate with. Because before it was just like, oh, what do they want? Why would someone say that proud of you? They don't mean it, It was something foreign to her. But after doing the work, I'm proud of you was huge. As you can see, that's how I feel. It's something that there is something that happens in my body, in my veins, in my cells. When I talk about the atoms and those molecular things in my body, everything lights up. I relate with it. I own it. I embody it. I can breathe it in and be okay with it. And that was the time when I realized that I don't have to wait for my mother who is gone to tell me I'm proud of you. I can be here now in this now moment and parent my inner child and tell her I am proud of you, and she can really sit in it, absorb it, drink it in. So words are important, but how we relate with the words is even much more powerful than just words. I still remember, even at some point, I met this we had a conversation with this other woman. I didn't know her. She said something, and I was just like, oh, you're just, I don't know. I said something, you're fucking something, but it's something that someone that I didn't know. But she didn't get offended because she could feel the energy that I was saying that from. It was from the appreciation, the cherishing of whatever that we were sharing at that beautiful moment. And she just loved it. Even when I was giving her a testimonial about something, I just want you to say the first time you said it. It's not the words. It's what we make them mean. It's whatever experiences that we had with them. Because you can hear someone, there is one lady as well, who are like from a long time, we like to just talk to each other, and we play with words, but mostly it's like, you are silly, you are silly, you are silly. When someone says that to me, it might not come in the same way or in the same tone or with the same vibration as when I talk to this woman. So how you feel about something, the vibration that you bring into the words, because it's the vibration that we hold and that we put in the words. It's the emotion, the feelings that we have that we marinate this words into, and when we say them, they come with that vibe. Even when I say I love you, I don't need to prove myself or say anything, because at the bottom of my heart, I know that my heart is fully open, and the only thing that I can share with you is the love that I have for you. Even when I show up and tell you that, please let go of the stories, it's out of love. Because I know when I held into stories, I know how deep into darkness I went. So it's for you. Oh yes, parenting the inner child is one of the most important things, because at times we are here living our lives. We have grown as adults, but our inner child is the one who's really running the show. She's showing up everywhere trying to be nice so that she can be appreciated, like I said. And when you don't get it, you throw a tantrum. And most of the relationships, the big problem is that we are showing up in relationships as children. The other one is crying because they want to be seen. The other one is crying because they want to be heard. It's flipping crazy. It's a mess. It's chaotic. Thank you. But unfortunately, your name is not showing. Give through me your permission so that I can know who you are. But thank you so much. Yeah. So I mean, through my learning, who I am and how I came to be where I am is through the love that I received through my spirit team. And they were not cuddling, and it's the energy that I am, because we are one. When I talk about my higher self, my monad, whatever, it is me. And even with me, when I mentioned before, there was a time when I gave birth, my last born, through Caesar, and it was traumatic, because that was the first time that I was conscious when I was pregnant with this child, and last minute we're separated. For me, it was a wound, and I knew that something happened, and I was working on it, but I didn't realize that I'm still holding into the pain. And one of the evenings they came through, and the question was, what do you want? What is it that you want? Do you want to give birth to this child again? I was like, okay. That was a wake-up call to say the child is here. You can get out of the way and we help you to heal so that you can have a relationship with this child. Or you can sit in that pain and cry and feel like a victim. But we cannot do anything. If you want to bond with the pain, you want to stay in there. And the wake-up call was, are you willing to get out of the way, or you want to give birth to this child again? Because the birthing happened. It was not how you planned it with your child, but it happened the way it happened. Are you willing to now let go so that you can heal? And most of the time I'm showing up for you here, because I know the same energy, whether it was tough love or whatever, is what really woke me up to say, it is time for me to get out of this pain and let the help that is coming through show up so that I can fully heal. So I'm not, because of the experience that I went through, I'm showing up And I know that some people can take it another way, but one thing that I'm not feeling sorry for is because I know at the core of my being is the only love that I have, and that's the love that I can share with you. It's the love that was misunderstood even in my family, because it's like, who the hell is she to show up and talk to us like that? They didn't understand that I am love embodied, and I'm owning it because you are also love embodied. The question is, are you willing to call that up and be that? Or you want to walk in as if apologizing every moment? Is it going to be okay if I speak my truth? Am I going to offend anyone? If somebody's triggered, so be it. Probably that's the kind of service that they needed. Because we have an illusion that service means cuddling, service means kissing. But at times, the cuddling that you can give someone is pull the rag under their feet so that they can see if they can stand. That's saving. This is why I'm not even with anger. I know that I was born into anger. It's something that was generational, and I was angry for a long time. And I apologize for it because it was something that was made wrong. But anger was the fire that was there to burn up so that the love that is really there can come through. And if you don't allow yourself to feel your emotions, then the love that you desire, the love that you are, won't show up, because you are busy looking for what everyone will tolerate. This is why I say your personality is your purpose. You are looking for a purpose, yet you are there. The question is, are you willing to embrace it? Are you willing? And stop apologizing. Because how someone is served, even with me, when different people show up, at times I kiss them, I love them, and at times they need to be woken up from whatever that they're sleeping in to say, okay, fine, I loved you now. Are you willing to now wake up? I love you. Thank you, my beautiful sister Sandra and Lindelwa. It was a pleasure having you here, and I just wanted to share that with you, words and feelings and who we are, however that it went, because you never know how it's gonna go. But I'm grateful for your presence, and I hope you felt that. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.